Hello, and welcome to what I assume is going to be the final episode of Kentucky Route Zero TV edition. I'm equal parts happy to be finishing this series and also sad because this is one of my favorite games of all time. Let's just jump in. Death of the Hired Man. To love a red moon. I never understood the point of those bird things that dip into the water. Mexico? Oh, it's Carrington. That's what she said. Damn. Oh, she's been there before. I think that's the voice I gave Carrington. It's been so long since he's been here. It sounds so far away. She lived there for years. Why'd she come back? Ask her. Sometimes it's hard to get a straight answer. So, I recall, well, that old girl's trouble anyhow. I'll tell her you said so. She'd wear it with pride. She would, wouldn't she? Interesting. How's business? Shitty. It's weird because it says Carrington, but it seems like that guy is Harry and she's Carrington. I'm confused. Sure, you laugh. Sorry, Harry. I'm gonna give neither of them a voice right now because I don't know what's happening. You'll laugh, but where you'll go to sit and talk all day when this place shuts down? Oh, I appreciate the stakes. It'd be a different story if someone bought a drink with cash now and then. Sure, Harry, we've all got our troubles. Which reminds me. I'll pour 'em. No, it's not that. As I was leaving the bureau, I ran into someone else. Uh-huh. What the heck? Your erstwhile janitor. I bet. What'd he have to say? This started off very weird. In fact, he suggested he might come by and clean your facilities. He what? I told him never to. Now, Harry, be kind. I told him. I should have just been doing this like a melodrama the whole time. Here he is. Now. Be kind. I'm always kind. How does it look out there, Brandon? It's pretty okay. Sure. The sun is out. Imagine that. I mean, it's clear skies. Whoa, that bird just took a drink. Clear skies today. Well, I'll get started. Oh, I think the footage is repeating now. Listen, kid. Just go on back, my young friend. We'll check in on you shortly. Oh, and it's just a couple of bathrooms. See, that attitude. Go on back, Brandon. Okay, I'll start with the ladies. Fine. There's nobody... Nah, it's just us and the kids. Oh, hey y'all. What are you watching? Some soap opera. Also, in case you're wondering why I'm not talking, I'm not advancing this text. It's just going on its own, so I don't want to miss anything. To Love a Red Moon. Oh yeah, my mom used to watch this one. Oh! The woman in this scene, Magda, she's a Martian banker. Her lover is the moon, Deimos. It just hit me what happened. That is Carrington talking. It's very compelling. Okay, I'm gonna go back into his kind of voice. Well, oh, that was clever. These developers, like, of course, well, anyway, here we go. See, Harry? A little bit of kindness, and you got your gender back. When was I ever anything but kind to him? So I think Harry... I let him sleep in the office whenever he misses his bus. I think Harry is the guy that owns the bar. But he's not dependable. But I thought that we were watching them talk on the TV. Off he goes, always when I need him most. He thinks he ought to earn a little pay. I can't afford to pay any fixed wages, though I wish I could. So when someone else can pay, then someone else will have to. Not so loud, he'll hear you. I want him to. He'll have to eventually. Harry, I believe you're about to pour us a couple of drinks. I don't know when this is going to stop, and I have things I need to say, but it's not letting me. This damn bar is like a muddy black little pond where everyone who stops to drink falls in and drowns. I was going to say, I do remember both Harry and Carrington's voices. Now, Harry, who would drink from a muddy black pond? There's always someone thirsty enough. Okay, I'm just going to read. I'm just going to read, guys. I put my hands up. And what are you in this colorful metaphor? Just another set of bones at the bottom. I'll drink to that. Hell, so will I. They're falling in love. Eh? On TV. So, how'd it go? Your plaything. My plaything? You said you put on a play, right? That was not quite Harry's voice. Harry sounded a little bit more like Conway. I staged an experimental theater production, yes. Pardon me. If you must know, it was a disaster. Sorry to hear that. On the topic of my production, the less said, the better. Fine, change the subject. It was doomed from the start, really. I knew he was going to say something. As I watched the sun rise that morning in front of Equisoils. What's that? The gas station, Joseph's place. Oh, how is old Joe? Reflective these days, aren't we all? Wait, did you play at a gas station? I staged. Yes. And nobody came out, huh? I'll be damned. An uncommon venue by design. It's unique, I'll give you that. Yeah, like my voice for Harry was very close to Conway, which is why I'm not doing the voice I used to do for Harry. Even if an audience had materialized, there were other gaps in the production. Okay. The cast and crew, also absent. Damn. Oh my God, I could change the channel? So I alone stood there at sunrise with no play and no audience to miss it. I did not know I could change this whole time. And you? What's been occupying your days and nights, my friend? Not much. Sometimes I go down to the store and restock, but then it's straight back home. Home? You mean this place? I guess. Sounds pathetic, doesn't it? Not at all. No, he had it right at first. This bar's no home. It all depends on what you mean by home. Talking to Brandon the other day, I got the sense he sees this bar as kind of a home, too. Ha! He's like a dog that walked in off the street. And what do you do, Harry, when a dog walks in off the street? You give him some water. A dog never did anything wrong. Home is the place where, when you have to go there, they have to take you in. What's that from? A poem. I bet. Sounds like a greeting card. It's meant to sound a little cynical, I believe. What's the poem called? The Death of the Hired Man by Robert Frost. Oh, of course. Only the poem which served as the basis for my doomed experimental stage production. I'm sure it's a great poem. The next line is, I should have called it something you somehow haven't to deserve. Huh? Mean anything to you? Well, is he a Christian man? Frost? Yes, I think he was, with a healthy measure of doubt. Then it sounds to me like the grace of God. You get it when you're baptized. It's automatic. You don't have to do anything to earn it. You just try to be worthy of it. What do you think? Is that a gobble gobble? Harry, you know I only attend church for the acoustics. Then what's the line mean to you? Oh, I take it very literally. It's a moral claim. There is, for each of us, a place called home. The relationship is inalienable. It's our birthright. No one may keep us from this place. Says who, though? I mean, who enforces it? If God won't, then it's up to us. And I guess you think the same goes for that kid back there. Am I so transparent? So why is it up to us, though? Doesn't his grandma work at a bank or something? Does she? I'm pretty sure I heard that. But Harry, don't you think that if he could get help from family... Sure, maybe they had a fight. He looked exhausted. Yeah, he did. Why don't you go check on him? It's kind of quiet back there, huh? Not to scold him, Harry. Just see how he's doing. Yeah, all right. I'll sit and see how the turkey fares. I love that, like, they know which channel I'm on. That's so... Oh, these developers. I love it. All right, next. Well, you've been glued to this program all day. What do you make of it? Sorry your play was a bust. Ah, live theater is always a risk. That's what makes it interesting. I agree. Sure, you're a performer. You understand. I was in a movie recently. I hadn't heard. Yeah, a Western. Kind of. A glitch Western. You have my complete attention. I was just thinking about your poem. Oh? Yeah, but I was thinking about it as a riddle. Like, what's the place where, when you have to go there, they have to take you in? And the answer is home. No, it's a grave. Our host returns, but so quickly. Well, did you and the young man have a heart-to-heart conversation? Is he... He's asleep on the floor with a roll of paper towels as a pillow. Ah, try to remember, Harry. No, it's all right. Let him rest. I was afraid he was going to be dead. You know, as some parallel to the death of a hired man. Oh my God, wait, what? That was it? No! Oh my God, wait a minute. Is that literally how the game ends? Are you kidding me? Wow, okay. That caught me by surprise, and now I'm like kind of sad and want to cry, because while that perfectly encapsulates this game, having everything kind of summed up by revisiting this character that I personally, I never got to see us play, and I did wonder what happened with it. There's also so much that wasn't resolved, and because this game is so layered, I can't help but wonder like what I could go back to, you know what I mean, that could maybe change something. And that's another thing too, is that I just remembered the entire time I was playing this game, that final interlude looked like that, where you couldn't read it. So it was only now, I guess, when I finished Act 5 that I could finally see that that was Death of a Hired Man. And it makes me wonder, again, not only how that title parallels with everyone, like, is the hired man Conway? He kind of experienced a sort of death, now being indebted to the distillery, and him trying to repay the decisions that he made that were poor decisions. So I feel like that's a part of Conway's story arc, that this is where he was always going to end up, you know, with his life catching up with him, you know, which is an interesting thing to think about for someone whose life moved so slowly. But then you also have the Death of a Hired Man regarding like the story that they told about the town. So I thought about that Death of a Hired Man and people talking about home, where they have to take you in, and how all the different characters found a home with each other. I don't know what to say about this game. And I'm sad because just from the first episode, I knew this game was going to be special. And at that time, I was taking a lot of notes and things because I said, you know what, I'm going to do a video essay on this game. That's how passionate I am about the way that these developers are presenting their story and these themes and these characters and shaping this world. And I just at some point fell off of doing it because I said, you know what, there's just so much here. I would have to play through the game, I think, multiple times, making, you know, different choices and trying to see different things I didn't get to see. For example, you know, like on the boat, you know, stopping at places that I didn't choose to stop, or when we were flying with Julian, just driving around the map. I feel like we never got to. Like, we never got to go to the convenience store, right? We never got to see the rum colony on the boat. There are just a lot of things. And that's why I said, you know what, I think it would be too overwhelming. Even as a passion project, I just would not have the time to make a video essay that I felt did this game justice. So I just want to say, man, if you actually sat here and watched me play this game, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Hopefully it is something special to you. Or if it's not, at least I hope you can appreciate why I love it so much. And with that, another series is finished. Another game comes to a close. I was not expecting that final act to be as hectic as it was, especially with me not fully grasping what the hell was going on. Because I was like looking at it and I really thought that the dialogue was them on TV. But then it didn't make sense because I was like, but then the woman's name would be Harry. And while people can name themselves whatever they want, patterns are patterns. And Harry is not a female name. So that's why I was so confused the whole time about the conversation they were having. And it wasn't until whatever Carrington said or whatever Harry said that it clicked that no, this is actually Carrington and actually Harry, that they're watching this. But you know what? Let's go in and let me just see what all of the channels are and if there's anything else I can do. Oh no, I can't even replay that. Multiplayer. Multiplayer instructions. Play until you encounter something. An image, a sound, a choice of words, a notable absence that reminds you of someone else in the room. Pass control of the game to that person. You don't have to explain yourself. And so on. Well, as a send-off to this series, I was going to jump back into Death of a Hired Man, and unfortunately I can't do that because like an idiot, I restarted Act 5 just to see, you know, what was there. Apparently that made it so that I can't look at the interlude anymore. It's literally treating it like I never finished Act 5. So I suppose we can end on this frame, sitting in the middle of a flooded, derelict town. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you, Kentucky Route Zero.